Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are talking about EFT tapping. What is that? What are negative beliefs exactly, and how you can use EFT tapping to get rid of negative beliefs. So, yeah, how's everybody's Friday doing? Are you guys getting ready for summer? The kids being out of school? So, if you want to know more about EFT tapping, how it can help you, negative beliefs, and how EFT can actually help you get rid of negative beliefs, you are in the right place. So my name's Regina. I'm a multidimensional healer, a hypnotherapist, RTT practitioner, so many things, a spiritual life coach, a mom, and I took EFT classes like 2014, I believe. So I learned the original version because there's quite a few versions now, but they all work. So yeah, I use EFT and other modalities to really help my clients like increase their energy, let go of stress, increase their intuition, and also like help with that healing process of like just letting things go that don't serve us anymore. So, what is EFT tapping? So we're going to talk about why would you want to learn EFT tapping, what it is, the different styles. We're going to talk about negative beliefs, how those work, and then how the two work together so that you can eliminate negative beliefs and things that cause you stress and difficulties in your own life. So, first, different styles of EFT and how to do this, right? So, EFT is basically using pressure points on your body. You take 2 fingers and the pressure points are on the top of your head, forehead, side of your eye, under your eye, lip. It's not quite your chin, it's between your chin and your lip. Collarbone, arm, under like your rib cage right here. And those are the points you use. There's 9 points. So what happens is when you tap those points, it actually works on the parts of your brain that have stress. It actually activates your parasympathetic nervous system so that you become more relaxed. It also works in a way that it can disassociate memory and emotion, because the way that we store our memories is with emotion, right? And so as much as we try to forget things, there's still the emotion. I mean, think about how music, even just listening to music, brings you back to a certain thing that you've experienced in your life, maybe with your friends or family or whatever. So it's kind of the same thing. Our brain processes things multi-dimensionally like that. But with the EFT tapping is a great way of being able to pull those apart so that you can clear them. This has been around for couple decades, I think since the 90s. So there has been lots of research showing how effective this is, especially with people with PTSD, depression, and anxiety. And because it's been around for quite a while, there are a few different ways, but they all work just as powerfully, just as well, because they're still initially using the points. It's just different ways of wording it. So the original version is you think about something that gives you, that you want to clear, right? It could be a negative belief, it could be anxiety. Like it could be just driving downtown and finding a parking spot. It could be stress. It could be mom guilt. It could be anything, maybe financial beliefs about, or unworthiness beliefs about yourself, phobias, scared of spiders, whatever it is. So whatever that is, you need to think about it on a scale from 1 to 10. So like you think about it and you're like, oh, I feel like I'm about a 7. So you really want to get it up to a 10 and make it as intense as you can for the tapping, because that really helps you be able to eliminate it. So then thinking about it at a 10 level, you're going to go, even though I feel, so let's say for example, stress with like kids, right? Even though I feel very stressed out, I feel like I'm not in control, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. So the original version says, I deeply and completely love and accept myself after everything that you say. And you're kind of, when you do this process, you are talking your way through your trauma or through the thing. And so whatever feelings you feel, I like to have kind of like a dialogue. So it's just things like, you know, even though I didn't know any better then, I deeply and completely love myself. Even though I feel like I'm a bad mom, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I have mom guilt because I feel like I should be better at parenting, I deeply and completely love myself. I love and accept myself. Even though I feel so stressed, so tired and exhausted, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. So you just kind of talk through it. And there's nothing wrong to say. I mean, you can't mess this up. So even saying something slightly negative, like you're like, I feel awful, or I did a bad job, or even about somebody else, like they should have known better, I'm mad at them. It's all fine, because that's all the stuff stuck inside of you that needs to get out. And so you do a round of tapping with whatever issue that you're working on. And then at the end, you know, I deeply love and accept myself. And you just breathe. And then you reevaluate yourself on that 1 to 10 scale. Have you dropped down 1? Sometimes it jumps quite a bit. You're like, oh, I was a 10. Now I'm like a 7. Sometimes it's half, depending, half points. And you just keep doing rounds of that until you get down to 0 or close to 0. And so for certain things, it can take a really long, not really long, but it can take quite a few rounds of that. If your problem is not so high on the scale, maybe it's a 5 and that's as high as you can get it, then, you know, then you're not going to have to do so much tapping. The other version, there's like faster EFT. So instead of going, I deeply love and accept myself, you say, I release and let go. So I release and let go betrayal. I release and let go anger. I release and let go unhappiness. I release and let go stress. I release and let go storing the stress in my body. I release and let go being so angry. So that one says I release and let go. And you can still put in the I deeply love and accept myself, or I love myself. But that's just a different version. And that usually ends at the end of that cycle of EFT with holding your wrist and then breathing out and going peace, 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 peace. So great thing about EFT, like I was saying, is like it really can be what you want it to be. So maybe you feel like you need to do a circuit of the tapping where you say, I deeply love and accept myself. As you're saying, I'm releasing mom guilt. I'm releasing feeling awful. I'm releasing my stress. I'm releasing my anxiety. Another thing I like to throw in when I tap is putting in a statement that kind of covers any emotions that you don't know are there, right? Because a lot of things are subconscious. So you could say, I release and let go anything that I'm not aware of. I release and let go any unconscious feelings or emotions. And that helps too, because you know, like I said, there's things that we don't know are there yet. And then when you do that, you might get like a flash or a memory, and then you might be able to pinpoint the emotion more, or it's just that, right? And you can just release it. So the way I use EFT is I use a couple different ways, and I combined it with energy healing to actually really help the body release and reprogram using that energy. So it's just kind of like another level up to what can be cleared faster and working through it. So to the negative beliefs, like I said, I love using EFT with negative beliefs. What are negative beliefs? Well, negative beliefs are the things that make you feel bad, right? Positive beliefs don't make you feel bad. Positive beliefs enforce themselves with happiness and joy, I guess. When you have a positive belief, like I said, it will make you feel good, right? Like if you have a positive belief that like you're good at something, it makes you feel good, right? Like I'm good at drawing, or I'm good at, cooking, or I'm good at whatever, those positive things, or I'm loved and supported or something like that, or you'll feel good. Negative beliefs are the way they perpetuate themselves is in a negative way. They make you feel like you can't change them. They make you feel like it's like end of life, right? Like it's so scary that they use the fear. So they use all these tactics and tricks to keep us where we are. It's kind of like, it's the other thing that fear beliefs or negative beliefs will do will be like, no, you can't change. You can't be better. Like you're better off being miserable right now where you are than trying to do the unknown and get better, because that's even scarier. And so a lot of people, we stay stuck, right? Because it's like, well, I'm pretty miserable, but it seems so much scarier to change than be dealing with this negative belief. So with the EFT tapping, you can think of that negative belief, like that maybe it's a financial belief, like, I release and let go that I feel unworthy of money, that I feel unworthy to be paid what I'm worth, that I even maybe throw in family stuff. Like I grew up with parents, I release and let go growing up with parents that didn't honor money, that saw it as a negative thing, whatever you kind of feel in there, and just do a round and then feel how you feel on that scale and then do it again. You can do it for negative beliefs like, excuse me, how many negative beliefs do we have about being moms? Oh my God. I'm not good enough. I'm not doing enough. I'm, mom guilt, and then beating ourselves up later. Some of us compare ourselves to other moms or what other people are doing. And it's like, my house isn't clean enough. We're not doing enough things. So that helps. EFT also, you can do it while you're driving. Like if you don't have time to tap, but you're feeling anxiety or you're feeling something coming on, you can imagine tapping those points and just saying in your head, you don't have to say it out loud. I release and let go that I have anxiety right now. I release and let go that this place I'm going to is giving me stress. I release and let go that, and just feel it in your mind, doing those tapping. I release and let go being around people I don't know. I mean, a lot of us have anxiety about people we don't know. So that's something I do a lot, especially if you don't want to tap in front of other people and you're like, I don't want them to know what I'm doing. So I do that in my head, or I do that in my head with my kids, because, there's times where you get so stressed trying to deal with them that you can't leave the situation. You can't, take your time out. So that's a good thing to do. A way to discover negative beliefs is dig for them. So use like a fear. I have a kitty at the door. Use a fear process. That's what I like to do, and I like to use with my clients, is using a process where you dig into the fear. So my fear is if I do X, Y will happen. Okay. And then you kind of play the scenario like, okay, so if I do X and Y happens, why am I so scared? Well, if I don't, take care of all the things in the house, then nobody will do it for me. Okay. And if that doesn't happen, then our house is going to be ruined or whatever. And then you go, okay. And you just kind of keep digging and digging into that fear, and being like, okay, so if nobody takes care of our house, then what happens? Oh, other people will judge me. Oh, other people will judge me. And what if that happens? Then I'm going to feel unloved. Oh, so really the bigger belief underneath everything is I feel unloved or I feel unworthy or whatever. So that's another kind of process you can use to use your fear as a teacher to help you dig for your negative beliefs. So like I said, I like to use my own technique. I kind of combine the faster EFT with the regular EFT, with energy healing, with also some other phrases and energetic practices that I found work amazingly. So if you'd like to learn more on how to do this or how to work with me, you can comment below. I use this with my mamas in the Harmonious and Healed program. I use this with my energy healing sessions. I do one-on-one with people. And so my Harmonious and Healed is an 8-week one-on-one coaching program that I help moms have energy and de-stress and increase their intuition and work with that spiritual side that they're feeling called to while trying to be moms, right? And healing that self-doubt and criticism that we have about ourselves, all without reliving our past, all without reliving our fear and trauma. So my energy healing sessions, I do the EFT, I combine it with my hypnotherapy, whatever the person needs, I combine that with them so that they get the best out of it. And I work with their higher self so that they really can have the best process for them. And I do the higher self work and a lot of the energy work too within my program. So anyway, if you would like to know any more about me or the services that I offer, I have a link in my bio, or you can comment to this and I will reach out and get a hold of you. I hope you have an amazing weekend. Try this tapping. You can try it on the littlest thing that you think isn't a big deal and be like, let's just see if it works. And just do it. It doesn't matter how long you tap. You cannot mess it up. Just tapping it itself and just even thinking peace and calm works amazingly. So anyway, much love everyone. Have a good weekend.